I'm in Dolgellau in Wales, staying in this beautiful cottage. I'm going to show you guys around the area today and also give you a view of the HUGEROCK X7 tablet. This is designed specifically for drones. Even when you switch the tablet on, you see the little propellers. So this is quite cool. This is obviously a very niche product for the drone market. Full disclosure, HUGEROCK did send me this tablet, but this isn't a sponsored review. So I am going to talk about some of the negatives and why this might not be right for you. So it's a 7-inch display. It's 2,600 nit. I've got the iPhone 13 Pro versus this to show you the brightness. It's on Android 13. It's got 8 GB of RAM and 128 GB of internal memory. IP68 as well, so you get a bit of rain on this, it's going to be fine. Weighs in at 465 grams. I think this is a nice in-between because you don't want something too heavy. Right, I'm actually slightly nervous with this. New Chinese technology, what could possibly go wrong? Anyway. And let's get the old Air 2S up in the air, eh? Look at the scenery there. A few people said in my previous video that I didn't mention about tablets, and I should have done. But it's one of those things where I was in Iceland once, so I saw a guy out with a tablet, and I was using the Samsung S9, this tiny little screen, and I felt a little bit like, well, here's the professional, let me just hide in the corner. So it is more effort to set up. So I'm not saying there's a right or wrong with either. You guys rocking the RC, there are advantages to that, and maybe at the end of the day, because it's easy to set up your drone, you can set up more locations faster, and then your edit could be better, as long as you can see the screen fine. But people have different eyesights and filming in different types of weather conditions and those sorts of things. So everyone's situation's different, and I think it's good to have the options. That's why I'm really grateful to have this. So far, it seems to be absolutely fine. Like I said, you are slightly nervous with using new technology like this. You get just so used to one way of filming, and then switching to something else can be a little bit like, oh, you know. Now, something I'll also mention, unfortunately, I can't get this to work for my DJI Mini 3 Pro, and I'm gutted. I hope that we can figure something out. I know that HUGEROCK are also looking into it, and I'm going to talk to them, they're going to talk to other people, figure out what can be done, what can we get. Because I just think it would be great. That's my favourite drone. I love the Air 2S as well. Rather than drawing diagrams or showing you afterwards with top downs, I can show you in real time now just because the screen is so bright. And maybe even move it a little bit closer there. Let's go back the other way. Can you see? Yeah, you can see the sticks there. That's pretty handy, isn't it? For a lot of people, this is going to be overkill. It's going to be absolutely ridiculous. Too much stuff. And I'm not going to fly this in London. I'm not going to turn up, or Birmingham, anywhere like this in the city. Because sometimes you want to be under the radar. Sometimes you want to not attract too much attention. And this is actually going to do the opposite to that. Oh, look at that. I've missed this HLG mode, you know. That's beautiful, that's stunning. Distinct, more colour distinction. HUGEROCK X7. I've been impressed in this flight, the visibility. Let's say you were looking for a lost dog. I'm in this group on Facebook where they use drones to hunt for lost dogs. You wouldn't have a hope with your phone, whereas with this, you've got that detail, you can see what's going on. I can see myself already, that little dot there. The brightness of this, look at this, just finished my flight. You can use this as lighting. Never mind the tablet for your drone, look at that. I'll show you that, look at that. Now I know at this time of day, you don't really need this bright a tablet. Bright sunshine, that's when this is gonna be a game changer, isn't it? I'm in Barmouth, Wales. It's a really sunny day, so this is gonna push the limit of this 2,600 nits display. I'm really struggling to see the monitor in the flip screen of my Sony a7S III. So in this situation, this is when I'm really going to appreciate it. And it does feel like quite a lot of work putting this together, but once your drone is up in the air, it's going to give a much more immersive experience. I'm actually going to be able to see the screen, which in bright sunny weather is a real challenge. Very rugged tablet. If you look at the back of it here, you know, it's got these grips here. That's always been my worry with tablets, is I don't trust myself. You know, you've got a lot of camera gear flying around. Is it going to get knocked? Are you going to drop it by mistake? Whereas this is a strong tablet. It's designed for the outdoors. So let's get the drone in the air. We'll get a nice push in here across Barmouth. So I'll use the grid lines there just to make a nice composition in the corners. See how it's lined up. We don't want to show too much sky. I think this here looks a decent shot here. So I think I'll use this angle to get some nice orbit shots. Occasionally in Britain, the sun does come out, very occasionally. So that once in a year opportunity, that's when you need this tablet. Get some orbit shots here. I'm pushing harder on the right stick there. If you notice, this is what's really handy about this, is you can show in real time what I'm doing with the drone, rather than just showing you top downs in the studio. You can actually see in real time. I'm pushing more aggressively on this side here. Of course it does depend on your settings, but obviously those of you that have followed my settings in other tutorials, you'll be able to see for yourself. Now I think this might be a nice push in here. Once we've lined up that composition, show a little bit more of the boats here, just go forwards. Beautiful area, isn't it? Look at that. Wow, look at that there, beautiful. Gonna get some D-log shots. I do like it framed here as well. So yeah, you might be a little bit skeptical. I'm not huge of HUGEROCK. I remember HUGEROCK. Those of you guys remember on the old Mega Drive, HUGEROCK. Not heard of HUGEROCK, but they have been making tablets for a considerable time. They're making them for 13 years for other brands. So in terms of the technology, they know what they're doing. Now the manual and all the, you know, in terms of the marketing, that still feels relatively new, but the actual technology itself, to me, looks good. Let's move over to D-log, just to have a different perspective. Especially when you're facing into the sun, it is good to have the option of D-log as well. Good, nice little orbit shot here. If you want to move it to take the weight off a little bit, you can just adjust this here and then move it there. Okay, so now, and then also flip the screen a little bit more up towards you. So you've got many ways to control the angle that this is at. This is the DJI lanyard from the Phantom 3. Back then, DJI were actually generous with this. They used to throw in all sorts of goodies into our drone bags. And look at that, look at that. So if you want to, you can take the weight off you while you're filming with this. My flight here today, it's been smooth, absolutely fine. I was nervous setting it off. It's new technology. You know, it feels strange having, it's the first time I've ever flown with a tablet, but it was an absolute champion, and the visibility you get out of this is good, it's enjoyable. My only reservation really would be more the psychology of especially doing a drone trip. It's more gear to take with you. It might not seem much, this arm and the tablet itself, but these things do add up, and that is just my only thing. Is probably when I go abroad, I don't think I'll take this. Even when I go on trips in the UK, I'm not sure I'll take this. But on days out, I think for sure, and 100% if I'm doing jobs, if I'm doing property jobs. I did a property shoot the other day, and you just feel more professional. So the perception you give, it might sound funny, but just having this lanyard, even all these little things, now it should be just on the quality of the video. It should just be based on that. Your employers, that's all they should care about, is the quality of the product, and that is the most important thing. But we're human beings, we do make snap decisions on people, we do make judgments. When you've got this and you look a little bit more professional, probably means you can come asking for a little bit more for your clients, you know, just a little bit more. You're giving that impression, you know, they might have their mate that's just bought a new drone for Christmas or whatever, but you just look more like the boss with this setup. So always worth bearing that in mind. Whenever you think, oh, I'm not sure I fancy that, it looks like a lot of hassle. It's good to have options, guys. It's good to have that. That's for your professional jobs. This is for your holiday work, and then you can choose. $500 at this at the moment. If you've only just got into drones, I don't think this is the product for you, but the longer you're into it, then this becomes more of a thing. And for some people, if their eyesight's not the best, this could be the difference between whether you even fly drones to begin with or not. There's a huge difference. Cheers for watching, guys. If you like the content, make sure you subscribe, smash the like button on your way out, and I'll see you guys soon.